Welcome back, my YouTube friends and family. This is Lindsay, and I am back with more daily work from home job leads for you. Now, I have been trying for like over a week now to do a healthcare dedicated video where it's just all healthcare jobs. However, I keep finding other things that I want to share, and I don't want to hold those jobs, and then you miss out on the opportunity if you would be interested in those. So it's been hard to do just a healthcare dedicated video, today included. So the first two jobs I have are not in the healthcare field, and then the rest of them are going to be healthcare medical type related. With that being said, of course, timestamps, links, any additional information you need to get to these pages that I'm sharing, to read reviews on these companies or put that application in, is always in the YouTube description box below this video. I do just always ask that if you enjoy anything that I share, let me know. Give this video a thumbs up, a like button. Now, first up, we are starting with the company Evolve. Evolve has 335 reviews from past and current employees. They have an employee satisfaction rating that comes right in the middle at 2.6 out of 5 stars. So some people love them, some people hate them. I read some of the reviews on this Glassdoor page, and some of them, they've had some restructuring, some leadership changes, and they had some layoffs in the past. And so some people are upset about those things. So if you are interested in any positions like this that have a lower score, please come to the Glassdoor pages and read the reviews, read what people who have worked for them are saying, and then make your own decision. Please remember, I don't work for any of these companies. I'm simply sharing what I find online, but I did want to share this company because they are paying very high. Regardless, Evolve is looking for a customer support representative. This is going to be remote for the United States. And this customer support role, even though most of us hate being on the phone, is paying very high at like $27.95 an hour. That would be $1,118 a week, which makes that $58,136 a year. So again, very high paying for a customer service job. But Evolve is in the business of like rentals, vacation rentals. And so they are looking for somebody to make it right for vacation rental guests and owners of those vacation properties that are being rented out, helping them become the most trusted hospitality brand in vacation rentals. So when you are looking to go on vacation and you're looking in like renting a house, like a beach house or something, there's all these different rental places, right? Like VRBO or Airbnb and things like that. Evolve is another one of those. They're just looking for somebody to interact with the owners of the properties and the guests, finding out their needs and providing answers to any questions or problems that they have. So you are just partnering with all the owners and the guests to resolve those time-sensitive, challenging issues, including evictions, disputes, and crisis situations. When you're working with the owners, you're going to educate them on strategies to prevent their future guests issues by identifying root causes of the issues that come up when the guests are staying in those properties, and partnering up trying to find solutions that work for both the owners and solve the problem for the guest. They're looking for somebody who has 3 years experience in either account management, customer service, or like inbound, outbound sales. So as long as you've got customer service experience, you are good here. Somebody who can learn quickly, somebody who can be comfortable having difficult conversations with people, and you've got to have great communication skills. But again, pay for this one is $27.95 an hour. Moving right along, next up we have the company MetaSource. Now, MetaSource has 143 reviews on Glassdoor with an overall employee satisfaction rating of 2.9 out of 5 stars. They are hiring a verification specialist. So they are in like the mortgage financial industry, and they are looking for somebody to collect and validate information that's presented by their clients and customers. So you're really going to verify employment or re-verify employment by communicating with the different employers or financial institutions, just verifying that they do work where they say they work. You're going to enter the client information into the computer database. You'll order management of additional services like tax transcripts, occupancy verifications, different appraisals, things like that. You'll collect and analyze all of this data, just reviewing the documents, making sure any re-verifications and information is there that is needed and is up to date. So you might have to follow up with like title companies and things like that. This requires a high school diploma or GED. Now, they prefer somebody who has mortgage experience. It's not required, though, as long as you can have the ability to read and interpret documents and policies. You can kind of read between the lines and pay very close attention to detail. And you can work a computer. You've got experience working computer software systems like Microsoft Office. Now, one thing to note about this position, pay was not listed in the actual job description, but the job board I got this off of listed it at $15 to $18 an hour. So that's just something to gauge that by. Now we are moving into the healthcare positions. The rest of the ones that I'm going to be sharing are healthcare. So if you're not interested in healthcare, you can jump off. But first up, we have Invitae. Invitae has 567 reviews on Glassdoor, an overall employee satisfaction rating of 3.3 out of 5 stars. They are looking for a billing error processing specialist. Now, they specifically work in medical genetics, so not just complete healthcare, but they are specifically for genetics, genetic testing, all of the genetics. They are looking for somebody to basically process their claims, their bills. You do have to work Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. with this one, or 7 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So if you're outside of that time zone, you'll have to convert your hours to see if that works for you. Of course, this is going to be remote, work from home. But they're looking for somebody to just understand all of their policies and procedures and be able to respond clearly to client phone and email inquiries regarding bills. You're going to be researching these accounts within the billing system and completing timely and accurate submission of claims to the insurance companies and to patients to make sure for timely reimbursement. So there might be, with some genetics testing and stuff, insurance companies don't always cover it all. So you might have to bill the insurance first and then bill the patient their portion. You'll be responsible for documenting just all account activity and updating the patient and claim information into the system, identifying any issues. So maybe the patient's insurance has been updated, or you need to update their address, things like that. You're just going to participate in all of the billing day-to-day projects. Now, while they prefer a bachelor degree, they say it's a plus. It is not required. You just have to have 1 year experience working in a client-facing role in a work setting that is heavily customer focused, or 2 years of work experience post college. So this is going to be one way, even though you might have to make some phone calls and maybe you want a completely non-phone, never on the phone healthcare job. This one is going to be one way to kind of get your foot in the door, because they don't really require a lot of healthcare experience. It's more customer service based experience. You do have to have experience using computer systems, Google Apps, or Mac OS computer system. Now, if you're bilingual, that might get you to the top of the line, but you got to have great attention to detail and have high energy and just be a problem solver and a self-starter. Pay for this one is $23.41 an hour, up to $29.23 an hour. Now, next up, we have the company Advent Health. They have 1,900 reviews on their corporate Glassdoor page with an overall employee satisfaction rating of 4.1 out of 5 stars. They are looking for a reconciliation specialist. This is going to be remote again. Now, this is for their division that is out of Florida. However, this does say the job location is remote and it is a full-time Monday through Friday job. But they are looking for somebody to make sure that their assigned cash and accounts receivable accounts are properly reconciled. This means you're going to identify and track exceptions that occur within the remit to posting process. You'll research any exceptions and determine the appropriate resolution for the discrepancies or errors that occur within the remit posting process. You'll communicate within the hospital patient financial services department, so your department that you're working in, payer organizations, and other relevant parties to make sure that these payment posting issues are resolved in a timely manner. So when you're talking about healthcare payment posting, checks are coming in all the time from like insurance companies, patients, all of that kind of things. And a lot of times what'll happen, specifically in payment posting, if a hospital is large and they bill out, say, like 5,000 claims a day, maybe 1,000 of those are going to like Blue Cross Blue Shield. Blue Cross Blue Shield is not going to send you 1,000 little checks for each patient. They're going to send you one large check, and then they're going to send you what is called a remittance advice, and that's going to tell you how much this big check, that's going to break down it into smaller pieces and be like, we're paying this amount for this patient, this amount for this patient, this amount for this patient. So they basically bulk pay them. And so that is what payment posting is then they have to post that remittance advice, or they have to reconcile that check. The check goes into the bank account, and you now have all this money sitting in your bank account, and you have to reconcile it and basically post in the system each little payment piece that goes to each patient, so that patient's accounts gets zeroed out and it shows that it is then paid. And so you're just resolving any discrepancies or errors in that posting process. They only require a high school diploma or GED, and that is all that they list that is required. Now, they have some preferred qualifications. So in a perfect world, they would want somebody to have experience with payment posting process or like healthcare processing, and they prefer an associate's degree, but those are just their preferred perfect world and not actually required. And then, of course, last but not least, we have Versima Systems. They have 71 reviews on Glassdoor and an overall rating of 3.2 out of 5 stars. They are looking for a remote quality assurance review specialist. Now, I shared this company in a video yesterday. They have multiple work from home virtual positions open right now. But this one is dealing with quality assurance in the healthcare or medical record space. You're going to read, understand, interpret, and analyze medical records, forms, and authorizations that are relevant for the ROI process. You'll organize these medical records and documents, just sending notifications to the requester when needed, completing a quality assurance review as directed. You'll have to communicate internally with different company personnel and with release of information specialist, and making sure that the release of information for these medical records. So what happens in HIPAA guidelines? Medical records cannot just be released to anybody. There has to be specific forms on file saying who can get access to the medical records and what access they have. And so that is, you are just verifying all of these documents and information before letting the medical records be released to anyone. So you are going to have to follow HIPAA guidelines. Now, they only require a high school diploma or GED. They prefer somebody who has an RHIT certification or can take the course and pass it after being hired. It doesn't say it's required, though. You do have to have 2 years of clerical or office work experience, be able to use those computer systems, again, like Microsoft Office, and just be very detail-oriented, making sure that you check all of the I's and dot all of the T's and check all of the boxes. It's very important that you don't release medical records to people who don't have the proper paperwork on file. But pay for this one is anywhere from $15.25 an hour all the way up to $19 an hour. All right, if you've made it to the end of this video, I owe you a huge thank you. So much for watching and supporting me. Always feel free to leave in the comments anything you're looking for. I do read those and keep that in mind. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, like button if you enjoyed it. Share with all your friends and family, and I'll be back really soon with more work from home job leads just for you.